Hey y'all, it's Paul with Mountain Mortgage. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a basic pre-qualification. What it is, how to calculate your income, factor in your debts, and estimate how much of a monthly mortgage payment you might qualify for. We're going to use a real-world example with two borrowers to show you the exact math lenders use behind the scenes. You compare this with our video on the Zillow mortgage calculator to figure out how much home you can afford based on that monthly payment. And if you're wondering about closing costs, we have a separate video on that too. Let's dive in. First, let's start with income. Lenders use gross monthly income. That's your income before taxes or anything else is taken out. Borrower 1 is salaried at $60,000 a year. We divide that by 12, which gives us a monthly income of $5,000. Borrower 2 is hourly, making $25 an hour, works 40 hours a week, 52 weeks a year. That's 25 times 40 times 52 for $52,000 a year. Divide that by 12 and we get $4,333 a month. Combined, we're working with a total gross monthly income of $9,333. Now, quick note, if you're self-employed, things get a little bit more complex. Lenders look at your net income, that's what's left after expenses, and it's typically shown on Schedule C, line 31 of your tax return. Next up, we calculate monthly debts that show up on your credit report. These are called liabilities. For borrower 1, we have a car payment, $400. Minimum credit card payments of $150, student loans of $200. Now, note if they're in deferment or forbearance, lenders usually count 1% of the loan balance. Some programs, 0.5% of the loan balance, unless a lower payment is documented. For borrower 2, we have $300 in student loans and credit cards of $150. That's a total of $1,200 a month in debt obligations. Lenders don't include things like utilities, cell phone bills, or insurance payments here. Only debts that show up on your credit report and require monthly minimum payments. A good rule of thumb for what you might qualify for in terms of a monthly mortgage payment is about 33% of your gross monthly income. So we take $9,333 and multiply it by 33% for $3,080. This is a ballpark estimate. This couple might qualify for a housing payment. This includes your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance up to $3,080 a month. Now keep in mind this number can vary based on the loan program, credit score, and other factors, but 33% is a safe estimate when you're just getting started. Now we factor in your total debt to income, which includes both your housing payment and your monthly debts. Most loan programs want this number under 50% of your gross income. So $9,333 times 50% is a total of $4,667 a month. Now let's test it. Our housing payment, $3,080 plus our monthly debts of $1,200 for a total of $4,280. That's under $4,667, so we're in great shape. This means based on the income and debt we've calculated, this borrower would likely qualify for that $3,080 monthly mortgage payment. Now let's say the debts were higher. Maybe they're $2,000 instead of $1,200. So here's what happens. The total allowed debt to income is still $4,667. But our debts are $2,000 instead of $1,200. The proposed housing payment of $3,080 plus these debts would be $5,080. That is over the limit. So we adjust. Let's take that allowed debt to income of $4,667, subtract the $2,000 in debts, we get $2,667. That means to qualify, your housing payment would need to stay at or below $2,667 a month. This is why a pre-qualification is helpful. It gives you a realistic monthly number to work from even before running a full application. So that's how you walk through a basic pre-qualification. You calculate your income, factor in your monthly debts, and see what kind of housing payment fits under the 50% debt to income cap. From there, you can plug in the monthly number into a mortgage calculator and figure out what home price makes sense for your budget. If you're ready to take the next step, we can help you get fully pre-approved, which gives you an edge when you're out shopping for homes. And if you're just getting started, we'll help simplify the way you buy.